Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The latest evidence of dysfunction with the New York Jets organization comes from The Athletic. Owner Woody Johnson reportedly nixed a trade with the Broncos for Jerry Jeudy because Johnson believed Judy's Madden rating was too low. Per the report, that wasn't the only time Johnson cited Madden ratings in connection with football decisions. He reportedly pushed back on signing guard John Simpson because of his awareness rating on the Madden was too low. Madden factor apparently comes from Woody's teenage son, Brick and Jack. An unnamed Jets executive, Joe Douglas, allegedly, when discussing things, you hear Woody cite something Brick or Jack read online that's being weighed equally against whatever opinion someone else has in the department. Huh?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to flex. I'm not trying to flex, but I need you to understand. I need the people in the chat to understand. Like, this is not a bad thing for Jerry Jeudy. This was a good thing. I saved my brother Jerry Jeudy's career. Jerry Jeudy is one of the best receivers in today's game. He's fifth right now in receiving yards. Can you imagine if he went to that abysmal organization right now? The Jets. So I think people need, especially Jerry, I think you need to see the good side on why I kept your rating as low as I did, because the owners respect the decision making that I'm making. Oh wait, who?
No, Woody Johnson does. All owners ain't looking at no Madden rating.
Yeah, I know what you say, but I'm in those rooms. They talk to me. They ask me some of these questions, and they base their understanding that the rating is based on what you're doing in real life. Huh? Stay with me now. It is based on what you're doing in real life. So they take that into account. And the fact that I am the Madden's rating adjuster and one whose credibility is of a high standard. And do follow that. And I'm happy to be in a position to do so and help careers. And that's what I've done for Jerry Jeudy. Congratulations on a hell of a season so far. Let's finish these last 3 games off strong, and next year's rating will start out at a 95.
Hell no. Nah. How you gonna go from mid 80s to a 95?
Because he from the crib. He from the crib, and I can go in internally and change it on my own. That's me.
But he has had an unbelievable season. He should make the Pro Bowl.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So being mad at my ratings adjuster actually holds substantial weight amongst owners. That's what Ocho said. Judy said, I blame Ocho. It's a good thing. Look how you shining now. So you're going to improve my ratings. 95 next season. Just finish the next 3 games off strong, twin.
Yeah.
Ocho, check this out. Another stunning nugget from the Athletic article revealed that Woody Johnson and his wife and his sons have criticized players inside the locker room. Per the report, quarterback Mike White entered the locker room after late season loss to Seattle. He threw his helmet on the floor before heading to the shower. Jets players reportedly heard Woody say, "You should throw your helmet. You effing suck." The Jets through spokesman confirmed what happened and that Johnson apologized to White. So he did say it.
Hey, but listen, this is stuff like this starts off when we are kids. When we're kids, our parents teach us not to lie.
Yeah.
Our parents teach us to tell the truth. Then they turn around and tell us Santa Claus and the goddamn tooth fairy is real. Mm-hmm. You see how we contradict ourselves when it comes to growing up? I think we need to live in a world where we all are just honest with each other. When you go to work, your boss should be able to tell you that you absolutely suck at your job. Your boss should be able to tell you.
I should be able to tell him he sucks at his too.
Exactly.
But I won't have a job.
Exactly.
I have his.
Yeah. You know what? You're right about that. Now,
I think I'm gonna keep my job. I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself.
Right. But I just think, especially in the world when it comes to our respective crafts and what we do, even if it's our childhood dream and we happen to make it, sometimes we need to be told that we're really not good at what it is that we're doing and that we need to be better. Now, we're in this era now where everybody gets participation trophies. Sometimes, you know what? You know why you didn't win? Because you just absolutely suck. And you should try to do something else that you're good at. Or maybe find whatever your niche may be, because this ain't it.
Yeah. You got to be, I mean, like I said, you got to be careful, because I don't know. There are a lot, Mike White handled a lot of ways, because normally, you catch the right person on the wrong day, and they're going to say, oh, you suck. Why you think your organization hadn't won any games? Because you've been the head of it. Think about it. I can't, because here's the thing, Ocho. He could have lied. The man actually apologized. He actually said it.
Yeah.
And people, y'all quick to say, they making that up. I keep telling y'all are not paying attention. When stuff like this gets reported, someone is leaking it that was very close to the situation.
Yeah.
Because the only difference between truth and fiction is that fiction has to make sense. If somebody would have told you in a vacuum, man, Woody Johnson taking instructions, he basing a lot of stuff off what his teenage son say. No way in hell you would believe a man that has a $5 billion organization, a business, and he's taking advice from teenagers. You would not have believed it. If somebody would have told you the CEO of a corporation and the person that he's talking about actually heard it, said you effing suck at your job, you wouldn't have believed it. The man had to apologize because he said it.
Well, actually, when I think about it, Unc, if you think about it, I think people in the chat can probably agree with me. When you think of someone that has that kind of money, who thinks who thinks somewhat at times at an egotistical level, I can actually picture them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because imagine some of the things they say behind.
I don't gotta imagine, because I know. Because hell, I've heard some of the things they said in front open doors.
Okay, yeah.
That's how they think.
I can just.
And so don't fool yourself.
Absolutely.
You understand it and you keep it moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it doesn't surprise me. Just the fact that it would be cool for a change to have owners, coaches tell the truth for a change. Just tell them, like, kid, this ain't for you. It's not, and that's okay. You should try something else, maybe a trade, a hobby, because football ain't the answer.
Wow. The Athletic report didn't stop there. It was relayed an interaction featuring Aaron Rodgers and Johnson's son Brick following the victory over the Texans on Halloween. In the first win for Jeff Ulbrich, after the Jets fired Robert Saleh and Rodgers had a game ball in hand ready to give it to the interim coach, the Athletic article said, but before Rodgers could speak, Brick Johnson took another ball and awarded it to Garrett Wilson in a profane-laced exclamation. With the owner's son later posted on Instagram, Woody then gave Ulbrich the game ball Rodgers had been holding. Multiple players said the energy felt drained out of the room. One player called it the most awkward, cringeworthy, brutal experience.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to stay with you, but you lost me for a little bit. Aaron Rodgers was holding the ball.
Aaron Rodgers had the game ball. He wanted to give the game ball to Ulbrich because it was his first win. Before he could do it, the teenage son took a ball and gave it to Garrett Wilson in a profane-laced tirade.
Okay. Oh, that boy was in there cursing, huh?
You see what I'm talking about? Now, you see how awkward this is? Now, imagine you're the Cowboys coach. And every time you try to talk, Jerry yapping his mouth before you get to speak. Now you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah. This is dysfunctional. It starts at the top. Look at the Hunts. Look at the Rooneys. Look at the teams that are consistently winning, and look at the teams that have been consistently bad for years. The last competent quarterback you've had, what? Maybe Joe Namath? No disrespect to Sam Darnold. No disrespect to the quarterbacks that have been there before, Zach Wilson's. It wasn't y'all problem. It wasn't your issue. Now you have one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in Aaron Rodgers as far as his accolades and his resume is concerned, but it's still dysfunctional. You know why? Because it starts at the motherfucking top. It don't matter what you bring in. It don't matter about you. It don't matter if you change the goddamn paint job and put some goddamn new rims on the car if the motherfucking engine is bad.
Oh, yeah. Look, you could say a lot of things, but you know who's pulling all the strings at the Cowboys. It's Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Jerry might be getting his information from very quality people to try to make people think that, hey, I know what I'm doing. But Jerry's getting his information from, what's the guy's name? He got a... Yeah, what's his name? I forget his name. But anyway, that's what Jerry's getting his information. Basically, two teenage kids are running the Jets, and Woody is disregarding basically what his player personnel department, what his scouting department, what his general manager. He's foregoing that to take advice from his kids.
Yeah. Listen, he might be prepping or getting them ready to take over. It's
Will McClay. That's his name, Will McClay. That's the guy that Jerry gets the information from and try to make people think that he knows what he's talking about.
He knows.
But man, and a player said it's the most awkward, cringeworthy, brutal experience. I couldn't even imagine because when I was with the Broncos, Mr. Bolin had kids, and I could imagine, man, I can just imagine Mike getting ready to speak, and one of them kids say something. I mean, to be honest, Mr. Bolin didn't speak. Mr. Bolin spoke after Mike spoke. I remember we won the Super Bowl and Art was in the room and Brian turned the floor over to him. He says, I know there's a guy in here that's very happy. I'm paraphrasing because it's been 20 plus years, Ocho. And he turned it over to Art. And I just remember Art crying. And he says, I'll never forget any of you guys in here. He said, you did me proud today. I'm proud today. But I can just imagine Mike getting ready to speak and someone interrupted and says, I got this, or I'm, what? What? Oh, hell no. But in an organization that's, if you're going to be successful, you got to have one voice, one sound.
Yeah. In
order for it to function properly, the body function, the heart has a specific task. The lungs have a specific task. The spleen, the colon, the intestines, everything, kidneys, bladder, everything has a specific task.
Yeah.
It's only when one tries to overcompensate the other that the body gets out of line and things starts to happen. Boy, the Jets, they got. Garrett Wilson was asked today if he wants to be with the team long term. I don't know. ESPN reports a source wouldn't be surprised if Wilson asked for a trade in the offseason. Garrett has not hidden his frustration with the season, including Sunday win over the Jags when he ran into receivers coach Sean Jefferson following a stalled red zone drive in the third quarter.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I forgot what it was. I forgot the play, but I saw the exchange on the sideline. He was frustrated. Alpha receivers like that, especially when you have one player going off and he's putting up the yards and putting up the numbers, and you don't feel you're getting the opportunities you deserve. And when the opportunity does present itself, the ball doesn't come and you're open. It gets frustrating.
For sure.
Listen, we saw the same thing with AJ Brown week before last. It just receivers that are really good want to feel like they're a part and can contribute to those said wins. When you're not a part of it, it kind of hurts.
But here's the thing. Rodgers and Adams have played together for a number of years.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson is probably thinking, bro, we could have built some chemistry if you had your ass here. When we were supposed to be building chemistry, you were at the pyramids or you were in Egypt and you wrote this off as being unimportant.
That's a good one.
That's how you build chemistry, by working at it, especially when we don't have chemistry, when we haven't worked together. I mean, think about it. Garrett Wilson was Offensive Rookie of the Year, and he hasn't looked like that since his rookie season. And look at the guys that were throwing to him. Now, I don't know about if you don't know this, Ocho, but in order for the Jets to have the same record as they had last year with Zach Wilson and a bunch of guys, they're going to have to win out.
Yeah. Yep. I told y'all, everybody made fun of me, talk about Zach Wilson was a problem. I told you it wasn't Zach. It wasn't nothing wrong with Zach. Zach was more than capable. But you listen, you give somebody some shoes with no shoelaces. I mean, at some point, they're gonna slip off your feet.
Yeah, Jake, I love how you say Garrett Wilson is overrated. So Offensive Rookie of the Year is overrated.
Who said that?
Guy in the chat, I'm looking at the chat. I'm just trying to figure out if he overrated,
what,
how the man went Offensive Rookie of the Year?
What?
Look at the quarterbacks that he had throwing to him when he won the award. Clearly, Aaron Rodgers' resume is more extensive than all those guys. I'm confused. But it gets frustrating. And it seems like if you look at that last drive, he wasn't looking for nobody but Devontae. And I understand it because I got a connection with him. Devontae knows in this situation what I'm going to do. Back shoulder fade. Yeah. I'm going to lead you on this one. I'm going to do this on that one.
Yeah. And then the funny thing about it, you really can't say nothing about it because not only did he go to him, they were completing everything.
Yes.
They were completing everything.
What did Devontae have? 9 for 198?
9 for 198 with 2 TDs and had 0 yards, 0 catches in the first half.
So
0. Crazy work. Boys went to work, boy.
They did.